How's it going, YouTube? JamieTheKid00 here, coming at you guys with my second iteration of Noble Knights. As you guys will have seen yesterday, I proxied up my Noble Knights and gave you guys a deck profile of the first build that I was testing. That one didn't work out too well, as you'll see in the duel videos that I will post eventually. The deck didn't test incredibly well. I mean, I did play against tier 1.5 and tier 1 decks, so I may have started at the deep end a little bit, but the deck really does show some promise, and I'm really hoping that the stuff in Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy really gives this deck a much needed boost. But I have made some edits to this to cover the basis and cover its weaknesses a bit, so I felt that I should talk about that a bit more in this video. So this might be a bit longer, it might not, we'll see how much time I take up. But either way, we're going to get into the deck profile and we're going to talk about things. So we're going to start off with the two rabbits, because this is still Rabbit Heroics. The rabbits have been great, but the only problem is I keep on opening rabbit double Artorigus. You'll see in some of the videos that I will have, like, I'll either have a rabbit and an Artorigus and think it's a bad time to play the rabbit, and then next turn I'll think, yeah, I'll play the rabbit and draw into the second Artorigus. So sometimes the rabbits get a bit dead. I haven't really disliked having to. I've never used one and then drawn the second and gone, well, snap, there goes that. But I can see where they would be dead, but at the same time, I'd rather have the quicker access to it than just play one and never see it. So that's my thoughts on Rabbit. I still think it's amazing and it's great. It's a great addition to this deck. Really gives this deck a lot of power plays. Then we play 3 Noble Knight Artorigus, of course, our target for Rabbit, and is also a great thing to search out with Medraw or used to tribute off for Launzelin. So it's definitely incredibly valid in the deck. I wouldn't dare take it out. Even if I didn't play the rabbits, I'd still play 3 Artorigus, because it's an 1800 beta regardless. 23 when equipped with Caliburn, so it's big. It's good. Then to tie in with, of course, the Artorigi, or Artoriguses, we play 3 copies of Noble Knight Gawain. I'm still playing the triple Gawain. These were great. Not much else to say on that forte, because I don't want to talk about it until I reveal the tech card, but this is really good with my tech card that I'm playing. It puts in so much work, and it makes Artorigus King of the Noble Knights quite easily as well. Like, normally you just go into it off rabbit plays, but if you can just, like, derp out, say, a Medraw and this, if you've got kind of a slow-moving hand, and make your Artorigus, you're live. You're live. And also, if you've used up all your normal Artorigus, you can special this off of your Medraw, I believe, with Medraw's effect. So, lots of fun pluses, lots of fun plays. Then, of course, let's move on to the powerhouse himself. I play 3 copies of Noble Knight Medraw. Yes, I finally have a third. I'm happy now. Medraw is a really cool card. I really like it for the archetype. The fact that you can use him with one of your Noble Arms equipped spells, that Noble Arms is then destroyed and re-equipped by its own effect, so you can use Noble Arms twice. It's just really quite good. Otherwise, the only other Noble Knight I play is Ignoble Knight of Black Launzelin. Launzelin is really cool. He has great synergy with this deck, but I only really like playing one. The best play that you're going to want to pull off as soon as possible is using Medraw's effect to get this, and re-equipping the Noble Arms to the Medraw so that it's a level 5, getting your advantage off of that Noble Arms. So if it's Alfredutor, killing a back row, or if it's Caliburn, gaining your 500, then immediately exceeds for a rank 5. Just so this is out of the deck, and you can start reviving it every time you draw into a dead Artorigus. So it makes all your Artoriguses really live when you draw them dead, because all of a sudden it turns them into a 2k beta. And it's a 5, which is a bit more awkward for people to mind control and exceeds with, because less people are going to normal summon 5s off the bat. Right, now onto the non-Noble Knight stuff. On advice from quite a few people, I ended up testing some Gen X Ally Birdmans. In my testing I was only playing 1, and I decided to bump it up to 2, because this deck's frailty is you will either draw Noble Arms and no Medraw, or no Noble Arms and a Medraw. And I felt that Gen X Ally Birdman would give me a way to make Power Tool. And yes, this deck plays Power Tool. Because we play, in this build I actually play 7 equipped spells, I've added 1. We play 7 equipped spells, so Power Tool is almost always going to be alive. All you need to do is search out Noble Arms off of Power Tool. Once you have your Noble Arms, all your Medraws are going to be live, and you have a target engraved later on for King. And this card is great, because you can use this with Medrot, if you're already getting the Medrot's effect off, and you can get even more pluses by bouncing the Medrot and using the target it brought out for the Synchro. Or you can go summon Artorigus or summon Medrot, special Gawain, bounce Gawain for this, then special the Gawain again, and sync and leave your Medrot on board for later on. Sync for power tools, search out, of course, your Noble Arms. And you can do so many fun things with these Birdmen. And you can make Stardust with Launzelin as well, because I play Stardust in this deck. So, it's good. It puts in a lot of work. Thank you for pointing that out, folks. Then otherwise, I play double Thunder King Ryo and double Photon Thrasher. I've realised yet again I've left out Honest. So sorry to all you guys who say, "Where's the Honest?" Cut something for Honest. Cut something in this deck for Honest, because I've yet again forgotten to put it in. Let's move on to the spell lineup. For the spells, we of course play the obligatory Reborn, Dark Hole, Storm. I've actually cut the book. I originally intended to cut the book for the Honest, but I forgot to put the Honest in. And I put something else in instead by accident. Pot of Avarice, because you have your rabbit plays, and this makes the second rabbit live. And you don't want to see all your Artoriguses in the graveyard. Just recharges your plays. Good card. One Reinforcement in the army, because you can't get enough of that Medrot. Searching them Medrots is good. Then I took the 3 Forbidden Lance down to 2. I wasn't feeling 3. 3 was cloggy. Cloggy as all hell. So 2 Lance is much nicer. Then otherwise onto the Noble Arms. I'm still playing 3-3, but a lot of people have been recommending that I switch to 2 Caliburn, 2 Alpha Dutir, and 2 Gallatin. So if you guys want to test that, it would be a good idea. I just don't have any Gallatins at the moment, even though they're a common. So I'm still playing 3 Caliburn, which is amazing, and 3 Alpha Dutir, which is also amazing. But I would definitely consider putting in a Gallatin or 2 and cutting one of each of those, because Gallatin really is useful now that I've been looking into it, because it will make your Photon Thrashers 31 big enough to beat over BLS and things like that. It will make your Artoriguses 28, so it's pretty good. I like it. And then the last kind of Trollsy tech that I'd take out for Honest, to be fair, but I'm just playing it for the trolls, is Mage Power. I got this pointed out to me by a friend who was playing Mage Power in his build, and I just thought it was such a funny idea, because of course you've got so many equip spells, lots of back row that you're going to be playing, so this card is going to be boosting usually for about 1,000 to 1,500, so I felt this would be a fun card to put in here. I've yet to see how it tests, but we'll see how it goes. I actually quite like it. So that's the spell lineup. For the trap lineup, we play double Deep Prison, double Bottomless Trap Hole, because it's staple traps. 1 Torrential. I found myself having my Torrentials and not wanting to use them, much like in Gigias. This deck can't really make plays that often, and some of them are usually minus plays, so you don't want to be Torrentialing your own board, because that'll minus you even more, usually. So you got your 1 as your kill switch, but you really want to rely on your other traps to try and keep control. I really didn't enjoy Torrentialing my own Noble Knight King, so again, it's player preference. You can play 2 if you want. Then I play, of course, the double Warning, the Judgment, and I'm actually playing the Starlight Road, because I forgot to put it in last time, but we're playing the Starlight Road to go with our Stardust Dragon, because this is almost always live, because you almost always have a Noble Arms on the field, so the ability to just have the Noble Arms and set this, and if they try and storm just to get this card off this face down off the field, you can road. And also it saves you from bottomless against your rabbit and things like that. It's just incredibly valid. Right, onto the extra deck. We're playing 2 Artorigus King and Noble Knights. I still like to play 2 because I think the card is too good not to play 2. So I might cut it down to 1 in future, but at the moment I think it's really good. You can make it twice quite easily. But I mean, of course it's only suited to certain situations, but I feel with the Gallatins in the deck, it'd be much more valid. Then I play 1 Pap Imperative because it's Pap Imperative. Again, good under Gozen Match because I side Gozen Match with this. And it's Pap Imperative. I'm sure Slim can tell you how good Pap Imperative is. Then I play 1 Utopia because it's Utopia. Again, good under Gozen Match, and it is Utopia. And it's a light, so you could Honest it if I actually put in Honest, which I forgot to. Sad face. Then I'm playing 1 Gandiva. This is still a Gandiva. This is still a proxy. So change out for Gandiva. Because I actually ended up losing to a wind-up player today because I was testing. Because I didn't have Gandiva. And Gandiva would have completely shut him down. But, well. I need to get a Gandiva. Then I play one Cowboy, because Cowboy's Cowboy. One Mace Stroke, because it's really good. One Blade Armor, because this plus Gallatin is 32 twice. This plus Caliburn is 27 twice, so pretty big, pretty big. Then one Excalibur, because getting over big stuff is good, and there's nothing in the extra deck that can become this big, so why not? One Shockmaster, because if you can make Shockmaster, you can make Shockmaster, so such a good card. Then for the rank 5s, I'm playing Adrius and Tyrus. I didn't feel the need for Crimson Shadow Armor Ninja in this build, because I never made it in testing, never felt the need for it in testing. Tyrus is safe enough. I don't think you need Shadow Armor Ninja after reviewing it. Then for the Synchros, we played double Power Tool Dragon. I was originally playing one, but I felt with 2 Birdmen, I felt that the second Birdman would be dead, and Power Tool Dragon is a good card in this deck. That's kind of half the reason I'm playing the Mage Power, so if you don't have a Noble Knight access in hand, you can, or if you already have a Noble Arms, you can try and search the Mage Power and see if people select the Mage Power at random. So Power Tool Dragon is really quite good in this, because you need to get those Noble Arms in hand pretty quick. So not much else to say on that. And then we have the Stardust Dragon to round off the lineup. Otherwise, that has been my kind of update and analysis of Noble Knights. I really do like the archetype, but I really do not think it will be top tier. A lot of people have been messaging me on the deck profile I did yesterday, saying, hey, do you think this deck has the capacity to be top tier? No, I don't think it has the capacity to be tier 1. I think with some help from the next set, it can be tier 2. At the moment, I don't even think it's tier 2. I think it is just a really fun deck to play, but I would not take it to your tournament. It can make some powerful plays, but it is inconsistent as all hell. So give it a go, but don't expect miracles. Otherwise, this has been Jamie the Kid 00, and I think I'll see you next with either Heraldics or Cosmo Blazer Mermails. So we'll see how it turns out. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Bye.